Kelly here. I'm square. There's BB Shea. He's round.
What's up?
We're just sitting here just gabbing,
Yes.
get into it. Let's just do it. You saw some movies this weekend, you said?
My parents went out of town.
My wife went out of town. My wife went out of
We
town.
should have got together.
Why didn't we?
Why didn't we hang out?
My God, all I did was play pickleball 5 straight days.
All I did was watch movies and eat. That's all I did.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I have to tell you. Now, I love my wife.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her so much. And she went out of town, and I was just like, am I going to play pickleball? Yeah, of
course.
I am. And then my daughter's like, you want to go to the pool? I said,
Yeah.
I do. Let's just go do it,
Oh, man, it's amazing.
Just go, go, go. Now, I love her. I'm glad she's back.
Yes.
Sure. But, man.
I bet that time away you needed that. That's good for the relationship, I think.
I think it's great for the relationship.
Yes.
What a great way to put it. That's great for the relationship. So you saw that movie that I had already seen called Snack Shack.
Yes.
You liked it.
Very good. It was paced. I didn't know how to feel for most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they would go to a dramatic scene, then cut to a funny scene really quick. It was good. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I did too. It's about a couple of teenagers who ran a snack shack in 1991 at a pool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very little known. You have to rent it, but it was really
It
good.
came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
And this weekend I was at the pool and I saw Snack Shack over, and I was like, oh man, that just takes me
They
back
were
to
just
that.
raking it in.
The only thing, I won't even say it's a criticism, but the kids in the movie are 14, and it seemed like they should be like 17.
That's what I'm thinking.
They were really
They're a little young.
I think the reason they wrote them as 14 is because they wanted to make them walk to the pool because they had to drag their...
Yeah.
But I would have probably said, well, we can't afford a car or something.
Something like that.
Because they were really doing stuff that at 14 is like, my God.
And probably one of the best sex scene interruptions I've ever seen in my entire life.
These two get very close to having sex.
Yes.
It's about to be really hot, and somebody walks in, and it's a pivotal part of the movie, too.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Made me cry.
Yes. I
I've
didn't
been
know
that
what the
close
hell
to
was
sex
getting ready
and
to
not
go on.
gotten it before. I'll cry.
I actually did call what happened.
Oh, you did?
I said earlier in the movie that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And it did. So
It's a real shocker.
Yeah.
But, when you're that close to sex, especially at a young age, and you don't get... That's why I cried.
Yeah.
I cried there.
Not because of what happened.
Not because of what happened. There's a big
cock
turning
blocked
point
by his
there.
dad.
Did you? Yeah, he got major cock blocked by his dad. And then it's like, oh my gosh. Anyway, that's that movie. That's called Snack Shack. If you're interested, let me ask you this question. I just saw this day and thought it was interesting for you. If you could see, like, as soon as you die and go to heaven, the stats of your life, how many times you sneezed, how many times you did this, that, what happened here, there. Would you want to see it, and what would you look at first?
Oh, yes.
Well, I would too. I'd want the inside numbers.
I want to know how much money I spent on food. That's first and foremost.
Wouldn't it be nice? Somebody said this to me recently about money. What if you just had all the money that you've spent through the years on just nonsensical,
stupid stuff.
like bubble gum or stuff you don't need, a candy bar here and there. If instead of buying a $2 candy bar and a Coke, if you just put it aside in some envelope somewhere, you'd have thousands of dollars. Probably
100%.
God, that's disappointing.
I feel that way, like on delivery fees, convenience fees, just stuff to make my life easier. The money that I put towards that is exponential.
I think it's because I'm older than you. Many people do it, but I never pay delivery fees. I like DoorDash is not even a thing to me. Do you use it? You use it.
I do, yeah.
It's not even a thing to me. We've probably talked about this.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, and especially like it was never around, but when we were growing up, we wished it was around, and now it's here. It's like, I got to use it. I got to take advantage of it.
When I remember once when I was a kid, I was on yearbook staff. I mean, I was pretty popular.
Yeah.
And, they wanted me. They were desperate for me. So I was on yearbook staff, whatever. And in the summer, we had to sell ads. So we were walking around downtown Asheboro, North Carolina, where I'm from. And it was like a group of us, and 2 of us were in one street, and 2 of us were probably a few miles over, but we were walking. And we needed to get in touch with the other group so badly. And I remember somebody saying, God, if there was only a phone, if there's only a phone.
Yeah.
And of course, I thought to myself, I wonder if there ever will be. And of course, now there is.
Yeah.
And I wish there wasn't.
Do you know? Okay, I got you. See, like, I don't think I've gone through a big sea change in my life like that. You know what I mean?
God. Maybe my age has gone through way more than yours.
Yeah.
I remember no internet. I remember no cell phone.
See, I remember no
smartphone.
cell phone, but I really wasn't like, but I know most of my life with it than without it.
Yeah, these The Gen Zs, of course, they've never known a life without
the cell phone or the internet.
The smartphone, and that's a big deal because that was a huge sea change. So you'd want to know how much money you've wasted and spent on food.
How much money I've wasted and spent on food. Probably how many hours I've just spent on my phone doing nothing. I think that would be something interesting to see. Maybe how many calories I've ingested. That would be fun.
You're very into into that. Yeah.
I mean, that's a big part of my life. You know
where I go to the gym, they track every day. It says you burned so and so calories, like 500 calories, while at the gym. Because you wear a little thing that tells you your heart rate and that kind of stuff. So I can look at how many classes I've taken and how many calories I've burned. All told, it's over 1 million. I mean,
really,
that's what it says. Yeah, I mean,
over your entire life.
This is since I joined the gym.
Just since you joined the gym.
In the gym, I have been to so many classes, and the calories I've burned. I got it right here. As a matter of fact, it's one. Let me look at it. Calories burned 1,332,631. That's right.
Ooh.
That's right. That's pretty.
And how long of a span is that?
5 years that I've been going there, but that's only at class time. That's only
that's pretty substantial.
Yeah, well, yeah. This year, 102,616 calories. That's this year's 102.16.
What would you want to see as far as your stats when you get to heaven?
Something sexual,
of course.
Yeah. But if they compared the amount of times I have had sex with the amount of times like my friends have, I would be so far behind. I'd be like, oh man, it would really just make me feel bad.
I got you.
Honestly, at the end of the day.
I mean, I think that's like, what could you really go up there and want to see that would make you feel good?
Yeah.
Like how many good deeds you've done?
I would kind of like to see like how, let's say you died at 95.
Yeah.
I would like to see like how close did I come to death?
That would be good.
At 40,
I would want to know like how many people I've met.
That's a good one.
Like how many people I knew or like came in contact with. That would be fun.
There was a few years ago, a couple got married and they were going back, or they were getting married and they were looking through old photos for their wedding. And the guy in the relationship had a picture of him taken at Disney World when he was about 8, and she was in the background. And they didn't meet. They met when they were in college. And so it was like such a weird thing. So it's like, was I ever in the room with somebody who eventually was very famous?
That would be cool.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Was there ever a point where a near brush with, if I'd left the house 1 minute earlier, I would have had a car accident.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It would be cool.
Something similar to that I was asked recently. Do you think you've ever met somebody who's killed somebody?
I do.
Not like
not like in war.
Unintentionally, like intentionally, like
maybe
kill the guy.
Maybe. I definitely think it's possible. Yeah. Do you? You think so?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
It's weird. Yeah.
It's a strange thing to think about.
I've been to a few places where I've been like, there's definitely somebody who's killed somebody in, here, in this place.
I walk around places now and think, what am I going to do when somebody whips out a gun in here?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be in Costco, be like, I'm on my like I'm going to do anything. Like
of course,
me, like run for the door.
What do you do in that situation? Like, I know you've had that thought, but like, what's your plan?
Well, I really do. I mean, I've had people tell me, and I've seen these shows after bad things have happened, like shootings, that it's run, hide, fight. So the first thing you do is run out the door if you can.
Yeah.
If you can't, then you hide or play dead, and then if you have to, you fight.
That's my move. I'm a play dead guy.
You play dead?
Yeah, ketchup. Just play dead.
Well,
with the ketchup
good thing for you is you'll have ketchup on you already. You've got ketchup on your shirt right now. That's what's so easy.
That's why,
for you.
I just drip it on me just in case.
And, I mean, you're good to lay down. You probably fall asleep.
I probably would. Is that dead guy snoring right there?
Oh my God!
Did I shoot him already?
My God! Don't shoot him. Jeez,
he's at it bad enough.
Even I feel bad for him. Jeez, don't shoot him. What did you think of the Trump verdict? Were you into it?
No, man. No. I feel bad about it. I do, and I don't feel bad about it. I feel like I should be able to speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. All I know is that he was found guilty of 34.
Yes, it's such a problem because anybody who's a Trump supporter says, "What BS? It's crap. I'm going to vote for him anyway." I've already heard that.
Yeah.
And when you say, like, we had an attorney on the radio show the other day, and of course she was like, "These are illegal things," and his attorneys were bad. I got multiple emails saying she has no idea what she's talking about. It's like, well, how do you know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
You're not an attorney, and people, like, if you watch the very biased newscast toward Trump, you're going to think one thing, and if you're biased against him, you think the other thing. I can't stand it.
Here's one thing that's kind of related to it that I did see that I did agree with. Somebody said if Trump, now that he is a felon, right?
Yeah.
If he is able to run for president and become president, that felons should not be listed on anybody's record when they're trying to get a job for the future.
Because he can get a job doing that.
Yeah, if he can get a job as a felon as the president, I feel like other felons should be able to get jobs as easy as he can.
Well, we know he's a felon, though. We have to vote for him. We have to put him in office.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, no, if he's allowed to run, which I'm sure he still will be able to, and he is allowed to be president, I feel like that should make it easier for felons now to get jobs.
So you would say, let's say this. If you're hiring, if you own a company and somebody is a convicted felon and somebody else is pretty much equally qualified, wouldn't you hire the non-convicted felon?
True, but I don't think it should have to be listed on their record.
But isn't it? What I'm saying isn't it listed on President Trump's record? We know.
Yes, it is.
So then why would you not? I mean, you want to know the facts about everybody.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, why shouldn't it be listed?
I guess
it's not like Trump can hide it.
True. But like I feel, maybe I'm not just saying that right, but any roadblocks that a felon goes through, I don't know the life of a felon. I don't know what goes on with that. Yeah. But any roadblocks that they have to go through to get a job and maintain a job as a felon, I feel like those shouldn't exist anymore.
So if I'm on a sub sandwich place, like my kid works at a Jersey Mike's, and I'm hiring a new chef, you don't think I would have? And a year earlier, he's been a convicted felon, and he's done 6 months in prison and come out. You don't think I deserve to know that?
I think you should deserve to know that. I mean, I think that's pivotal information.
Well, that's what you're saying. That should be.
But I don't know. Maybe I just didn't. That idea, though, I think. It makes sense to me
that you shouldn't have to put it on there. Well, it seems like if I'm hiring for a job to hire someone, especially someone who's 23 years old, if you committed armed robbery at 18 in a sandwich shop, and I'm hiring for a sandwich shop, and you did 4 years in jail, I'd kind of like to want to know that. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I got you.
I mean, eventually, after 25 years or something, maybe you could say, well, I did it when I was 19 and now I'm 50. You know, that's different.
I feel like this should serve as some sort of benchmark for something.
Because he's going to wind up being president.
Because if he becomes the president as a convicted felon, I just think that's
he's not going to be president. I've said this time.
You don't think so?
No. Okay. And I think people say, oh, this makes him stronger. He's getting a lot of donations and money, but I don't believe it'll make him stronger. In fact, I think independents who may have voted for him now look at him and go, oh, now he is a felon. I'm not going to vote for that. No, I think he's got a real ceiling on how many people will vote for him. It didn't work for him last time.
True.
And of course, he claims it was stolen. But I don't think he can get there. I mean, I don't think he would have gotten there even without the felony conviction.
I'm not asking you who you voted for. I would never ask that. But would that affect your decision on who you would vote for?
Yeah. If somebody's been convicted of a crime, it would. I mean, if this sticks with him, and he'll appeal it and all that kind of stuff. But I think that's a bit. And to me, this was I kept hearing this was the least of all the charges. This was like the worst charges they had against the one that was least likely to be proven. Yeah, I think I just don't want that kind of chaos in the Oval Office.
I agree. It kind of damns the thing a little bit.
And I think and this election probably would be close or will be close. But I think that enough people are going to see that and go, that does,
because I think the person representing the country should be somebody with a clean record. Honestly,
I do too.
I know that it's not. You can be a felon and be president at the same. I don't think that should be the case.
You think he should be eliminated now?
Yes, I really do.
Not allowed to run.
And that's nothing against him. That would be the case for anybody. But if the same thing happened to Joe Biden.
Well, I get you, but it seems like you're saying two different things. I mean, 5 minutes ago you said if
you've changed my idea on that.
All right.
I'm sorry, and I know that sounds very hypocritical of what I just said.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not explaining myself right, and I think there's a better way to explain that because I
guess what you're saying is, look, if he can run for president, why can't this guy work at the sub shop?
That's basically what I mean.
I don't think either one. I think you should know the facts. Now, I mean, if we want to vote for him, it is America. We can vote, but I don't like it. I mean, you can't be president like Arnold Schwarzenegger can't be president because he wasn't born here.
True.
Now this guy's been convicted of a felony. Yeah. Should he be allowed to? I'm okay with him running. I don't think he's going to win. I've told you I don't think he's going to win.
I'm not going to look at the comments on this video this week.
You're going to get a lot of...
It's going to be constantly, what an idiot. Why are you talking about this? I know I shouldn't be talking about this.
You didn't pay attention to it.
I don't know what's going on.
Did you pay attention to the Caitlin Clark knockdown?
Oh, golly, yes.
What do you think? That was pretty bad.
I thought
it was pretty rough.
I get both sides of it. I really do.
What are the sides? So one woman says, hey, that's just ball. Well, I mean, Caitlin Clark said that's just basketball. She didn't think it was that out of line.
But,
it seemed like a really hard foul to me.
It did seem like a foul. It was an unnecessary foul.
For no reason. The ball wasn't even near her.
She was running her mouth the play before. Caitlin Clark was. As she
runs
does.
her mouth.
She runs her mouth a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm not surprised that it happened. But I think that if it would have been anybody else in any other situation, nobody would have said anything.
We had a comment today. We talked about it on the radio show. And the comment from the caller was, why are Caitlin Clark's teammates not gathering around her? Like, if Patrick Mahomes gets smacked upside the head, every lineman goes over and takes a piece of the guy that did it.
Absolutely.
Where are Caitlin Clark's teammates in that situation?
That's a good question. And I wonder if this has ever been a thing in the WNBA before.
The whole thing's new.
Yes.
New to the WNBA.
They've never had anybody of this stature in the WNBA.
Right.
And who can potentially change the game this much.
Yes.
And I think that I get it from the other player standpoint. Like, look, I've been in the league a minute. You're not going to come in here and I'm better than you, so I got to stand my ground.
Well, I think that's the mentality of a lot of the players there. It's like, why is this girl getting all this publicity?
Yeah.
We've been here. This is our league. But at the same time, I mean, they've got things like private planes now where they didn't before.
And I understand how good she is for the league, too. But
she's good for the league. She better play well. I mean, it's been a pretty rough start.
I was saying this to somebody. The WNBA needs a Wilt Chamberlain.
To dominate.
They need somebody to go out there and score 60 points a game.
I think they saw that in her because of the way she dominated college. Yes. But different ballgame.
It is. And it's a completely different ballgame.
I don't care really anything about the WNBA. I've never watched a single WNBA game, including with Caitlin Clark over there. I've seen 5 minutes of WNBA basketball ever. But I think if they want the shine to continue on the WNBA and to get ratings, she better have a really good season. And so far, she has.
Oh, she just scored 7 points last night.
I know.
I'm but she was averaging 40 in college.
Yeah,
and I know it's a different game, but they've never had anybody to transcend the sport.
Right. And in this. That's a very good way to put it, because every single sport seems to have those 2 or 3 people that are transcendent players at all times.
And they've never. And I know I know they haven't been alive long. I know that the league hasn't been around, but still, if you want it to grow, you have to have somebody. They got to come see somebody.
I think, and right now they're coming to see her. But if you give it a season and a half of her averaging 10 points a game, then it's not going to last long. Yeah. I know. I really like her, and I think it's tough for her because all those expectations of being the first ever transcendent player, and she hasn't lived up to it yet.
No.
I mean,
there's room. Maybe she's 10 games, 11 games in, maybe?
It's early, and, she's doing okay, but it's not like she's come in and averaged 35 points.
Exactly. I mean, LeBron came in the league and was averaging 20. You
know
what I mean?
Immediately. I think he may have averaged more than that.
Probably so.
I mean, Jordan, his rookie season, we're comparing her to the all-time greats.
Yeah.
But almost every year, I mean, Steph Curry as a rookie was unbelievable. There are this guy in Minnesota,
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards is, unbelievable. And it hasn't happened yet.
But that's what the WNBA needs.
And is there another player that is doing that? We just don't know her name. I don't think so.
No, absolutely not, because we would know.
Yeah.
If there was a WNBA player averaging 40 points a game, we would know about it.
But there have been really good WNBA players, but I've never paid attention to the WNBA.
No, absolutely.
I mean, I have not. Are you happy with this NBA final?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Yeah. I think Boston will win.
Do you do?
I do. I like Luka Doncic. I like what they're doing in Dallas. Mm-hmm. I just don't think it's their time yet.
Maybe not.
I think Boston it's their time.
They have seemingly they're kind of like Connecticut in college. They're really just strong at every position.
They are.
I feel like Dallas is going to win.
Really?
I don't know why. I like Luka. I think
he's great. No, it is upsetting me that people are saying that Luka is Kyrie's best teammate of all time.
Over LeBron?
Yeah. Which I don't know if people are just saying that to piss me off or if they actually believe that. Well, I'm a LeBron, but that's just stupid to say regardless.
That Luka is better than LeBron?
Right now. Yes.
I can't say that.
No.
Can't say that just yet, no.
Does he have potential? Maybe. Do I think he will be? No.
Do you think Kobe belongs in the best player ever discussion?
No.
You don't?
No.
You paid attention? I don't either.
No.
I had somebody recently tell me they thought he deserved at least to be in the conversation of best player
No,
ever.
I don't think that Kobe was ever. There might have been a 1 or 2 year span.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Kobe was ever the best player in the league.
Because he had Jordan
because of LeBron, because of Jordan, and because there were years when LeBron wasn't winning MVPs that he wasn't winning MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was that span in like 2001, 2002, 2003 where it was like Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Steve Nash, those dudes. And Kobe, while he has 5 championships, he had Shaq on his team for 3 of them.
He did.
He had a lot of help. And I'm not taking anything away from Kobe. I think he's amazing. But I don't ever really think that it wasn't until he died that people started paying attention to him.
Maybe.
And I really
far
think
as the best ever goes.
Yes.
I always hear best ever. It's Jordan, LeBron, and I do hear Kareem a lot now.
Kareem's up there, I think. Yeah.
He was an unbelievable. Yeah. Because in the wake of the Bill Walton death, they were talking about Kareem just being right up there as one of the best all time. Which, he absolutely. You could probably put him up there because he scored all those points, and when you needed 35 points, he got them. I did hear someone say that when they had that game 6 against game 5 against Minnesota after they'd lost one. They were like, he'll probably get 35 points tonight. He did. And immediately he put that game away. I mean, he had 20 points in the first 9 minutes, and it was over.
And I think he's great. I think he will be great. I just don't know about, I think the thing about Jordan and the thing about LeBron, where they were generational, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know about generational for Luka.
Do you think it's because, and I say the same about Jokic, since they're European, we just don't know how to take them as much. They're not household names until now, I guess.
Yeah.
Something different now about it, that they're not from America.
They play the game differently.
They do.
And it's good
different.
and it works.
Yeah.
But they're slow.
Yeah.
They're not explosive players.
They're not.
And I think as Americans, we want that run to the basket, yam it over 5 people. Luka doesn't do that.
No, Anthony
Luka
Edwards
is all finesse.
Anthony Edwards is much more
absolutely.
athletic.
John Morant's the same way.
Yeah, but the Jokic and the Doncic of the world, it's like they don't.
Half of the
same.
shots that Nikola Jokic makes, I think, are lucky.
It's unbelievable.
His ability to make a crappy shot look good is insane.
Does. He's probably the best player right now.
Maybe.
He's really good for Denver, even though they got knocked out. Of course. Yeah. Do you care anything about the Stanley Cup Finals?
No.
You don't care
Ever
about
since Carolina got out, I really stopped paying attention.
Yeah.
No.
I enjoy hockey.
I'll watch it from time to time, but I don't know.
My son hates it. He's telling me there's not enough scoring, but I do enjoy it.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to, the U.S. Open. Are you going? I know you said you might go.
No, I never go anywhere. No, I thought about it.
That's a bummer.
You're going.
Yeah,
I'm
going Sunday.
You're going on Sunday.
Going on Sunday.
For the golf at Pinehurst.
For the Pinehurst U.S. Open,
I have been. I was there when, I told you, when
Payne Stewart made
the putt.
That was forever ago.
99, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And then he died 4 months later. He died in October. Yeah. And Mickelson was his playing partner. I followed them the whole way. Do you know what they went to the Masters. You could do this now if you really wanted to. Well, you can't at the U.S. Open, but he went to the Masters, got there really early on Sunday. It was the final round. And so he followed. It turned out to be Tiger Woods because Tiger was one of the first groups off. Yeah. He was in last place. So he followed him all 18 holes so he could see all 18 holes. Now it's 12:30. He has lunch, and then he goes and picks a spot to sit on the 18th to watch them.
That's a good idea.
I like that.
I think that's a great idea.
If you could do that, if you could work your way there, make a strategy.
I got to figure. I mean, it's 2 weeks away. I got to figure that out.
When I went in '99, it was chilly. It was like 60 degrees and rain and just misting.
I wish it was like that.
It could probably be 90. I mean, I expected it to be 90. We had to wear. If you see that Payne Stewart. But he had like an over jacket on, and he had cut off the sleeves. We watched him cut off the sleeves because they were bothering him. Yeah, and he he fashioned that and made it unbelievable.
I'm excited about it, man.
Now we have our. That's very exciting.
Yeah.
Our top 5 here, and by the way, the chicken salad is very good there at Pinehurst.
Is it?
I've had it. Yeah, we should do a top 5 chicken salad.
Salad, I don't like salad.
You know what's chicken salad?
It's the same thing. I don't like
chicken salad sandwich.
No.
You won't eat chicken salad sandwich?
No, I won't eat chicken salad, egg salad, potato salad.
You won't eat salad?
No, absolutely not.
Nothing creamy?
No, nothing. That's weird to me.
You want slaw? You want slaw?
I like a slaw, but like as an accoutrement. Yeah. But like that's it on the sandwich? Absolutely not.
You won't have a chicken salad sandwich?
Hell no. You couldn't pay me to eat a chicken salad sandwich.
What will you have? A burger or a dog?
Yeah, a burger or a dog. Maybe some chips.
All right. I saw a woman at I don't even know. I saw it online, and she was at a baseball game, Yankees or something. I don't even know where she was, but she took her hot dog and hollowed out the inside of it. And used it like a straw to drink her beer.
Yeah,
you seen that?
I saw that.
You see that move?
It's genius. I love it.
God.
I like that. You get the saltiness of the dog coming up with the drink. Hell yeah.
She licked all the mustard off of it. Then she put a straw right through it.
I got to make her my wife. Wow.
There's a hole. Yeah.
That's hot.
Well, she's in her 60s, but I think you could probably make a
probably
play
work
for
that
her.
out.
You
Make her
could
my
probably
sugar
make a
mama.
play for her.
Hell yeah.
Our top 5 this week, movie related as well.
Yes.
I like this
I like
because
it
it's
too.
summertime now. It's top 5 road trip movies, best roadie movies, where
Yes.
you go on, you have 2 people or whatever going on a long road trip. So have you seen a lot of those?
I like a road trip
I do too.
movie.
I think
I think
they're
a road
great.
trip movie makes for a great movie.
Can.
And doing a little research on this, you realize how many there are. So
I couldn't believe it. I looked up, best road trip movies, and then I picked my 5 that I like the best. There's a ton out there.
there are.
And they're very good,
Yes.
usually. I mean, it can be really good. So what is your number 5?
My number 5 is Little Miss Sunshine.
That's a good movie. I
Little
liked
Miss
it.
Sunshine. They have to go across it's not even that far. They travel in their van to a Miss whatever pageant.
Yeah.
Hilarious, dude. Like Alan Alda or Alan Arkin, I think is his name.
Yeah.
One of the best performances I think.
Very
ever.
good. He won Best Supporting Actor.
That's right. He did. Yeah.
And recently died. He beat Eddie Murphy, who was up. Eddie Murphy was the favorite for Dreamgirls.
For Dreamgirls,
and
yeah.
lost. And when Eddie Murphy lost, I heard he walked out of the Oscar.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He just
yeah.
left. He's very angry about that.
But no, Little Miss Sunshine, I think, is I think it's a very underrated, underappreciated.
It is
movie.
good.
Yes.
I've only seen it one time. The girl in it's good. The little girl. It's very well done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little Miss Sunshine. That's good. Do you consider The Hangover a road trip movie? I don't, it may be on your top 5. I thought about it.
It's not in my top 5. But I don't. I guess you could consider.
I don't
it a
know
road
about that.
trip
It's just a
movie.
drive to Vegas, but it
Yeah.
all takes part in Vegas. In Vegas. Almost all of it is in Vegas. I wouldn't put it on there. I like Sideways. That's my number 5.
Okay.
You ever see it?
Never saw it. I need to watch it.
Yeah, that's one you'd really like.
Yeah.
It's at first. Well, the first time I saw it, I did not like it, and I didn't get all the hype around it because I saw it in the theater. That's Paul Giamatti, who you love. Wow.
I know. I love Paul
Wow.
Giamatti, and I haven't seen it.
Boy, you really need to see that. I predict you would see it and go like, my God, it's a 10.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Because
really.
I loved it. Alexander Payne is one of my favorite directors. I love it.
How did you miss this?
I don't know. I don't know why I never saw it.
And that guy from Wings is in it.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah.
And the woman from Grey's Anatomy is in it. I don't know if you know her.
Not sure.
Sandra Oh. Anyway.
Oh, Sandra. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's very good. I mean, there's a sex scene in it that's like, wow.
Mind blowing.
No, in a bad way.
It's bad.
In a bad
Okay,
way.
okay,
In a
okay.
bad way. I mean, it's like 2 regular-looking people having sex.
Yeah.
Like what we look like.
Which is
You're like,
not fun to watch at all.
No. And then I will tell you will see full frontal nudity of a man in this movie.
Hell, is it Paul Giamatti?
Boy, no, but
Damn
it comes out of nowhere, and you're like, oh,
Okay.
my God. All right, so Sideways is 5. What do you have it for?
Number 4, Chef.
Saw it, loved it. Great movie.
Dude, there's no
Great movie.
conflict in that movie.
Yeah.
And it's still perfect.
It is really good.
And I love the whole food aspect of it, driving from across the country, just selling Cuban sandwiches. It's fun. It's feel good, man. I love it.
He used Twitter to say where he would be.
Absolutely,
And he
yes.
sold the Cuban sandwiches, and it makes you hungry by the end of it.
Did you see the grilled cheese scene? The
Yes,
grilled
I did.
cheese scene in that movie that may be the greatest scene of food of all
When
time.
I make a grilled cheese sandwich, I try to make
that
it
how you
like
do
that.
it?
I try. But
Precision?
You can't make it like that. Bucket List is number 4. I love
Oh, what a
it.
great movie.
I love
Bucket
Bucket
List
List.
is fantastic.
I love it. My mom loved it, and it was. I thought it was fantastic.
What a great combo of Jack Nicholson
Yes.
and Morgan Freeman.
Yes, and everything about it I loved.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a great. I mean, if you don't know, they make the list of things they're going to do before they die because they both have cancer and it's asymptomatic, and they're 2 totally unlikely people to be on a road trip together. I loved it. Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson. Forget it. Fantastic.
Is that a road trip movie?
Well, I think so because they go from place to place. They're in a plane a lot, though. I mean, I think they're all over the country. I thought about it. I wasn't sure.
Okay.
But I gave it to it because they were going from place to place to see different things. So I'm going to go with road trip movie.
Number 3 for me is Borat.
I don't like him.
You don't like Sacha Baron Cohen?
No, I think he's wildly overrated. And while I thought there were some good scenes in that movie, I don't think I loved it as a whole. I saw it in the theater.
Okay.
I don't like him. I kept hearing how great he was when he was, Ali G?
Ali G, yeah.
And I did not find that very funny. And sometimes I can't understand what he's saying.
Okay.
But I love the scene where he uses the bathroom at somebody's, like some rich woman's house. He puts it in a bag and brings it back out to the table.
What am I supposed to do with this?
I find him. What is he doing now? Has he done anything lately?
Oh, no, he hasn't done anything lately.
I didn't think so.
No.
I mean, I will give him credit. He was totally different. That Ali G show was really different. I respect it. I never loved it.
He made another Borat and got Rudy Giuliani in some trouble.
Yes.
Which was amazing. The fact that he could do that.
That is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll cut in with politicians in real life.
Like Rand Paul.
Yeah.
Like he had Rand Paul in like a hotel room in one show trying to like have sex with him. And he was like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah, and Rand Paul, like...
I'm sorry, Ron Paul.
Ron Paul stops it from being... Yeah. He wants to be out of it. All that stuff. That's right. Yeah. That's really... I mean, I give him a lot of credit
How he gains access to these people is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how he does that. That's incredible.
And, like, just the idea of a foreigner in America, like, traveling from part to part is hilarious to me. Yeah.
I never liked it, and I don't like him. But I give him credit for those kinds of things. Yeah. Number 3, I like National Lampoon's Vacation. I love it.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Never saw it, man.
Classic. Chevy Chase, Christy Brinkley, of course, Beverly D'Angelo, the kids, Anthony Michael Hall. I'll tell you what, it's. I saw it when I was young and didn't understand some of the references. There's some really scathing stuff in there.
I need to go. I need to watch that because I just saw Christmas Vacation for the first time like a year ago.
Mm-hmm. Did you like it?
It was okay.
It's not that good.
It was weird.
It's not very good.
Very weird.
You need to see the first one.
Okay.
People love Christmas Vacation. I think it's become the favorite of the vacations, and I never understand why. Now, I only saw that one once in the theater. I haven't seen it since. But every year people say, "What? Yeah, it's a classic." Yeah. I didn't find it very good when I saw it.
No.
Now, the original Vacation is really funny. Okay. I think.
I'll have to check that out.
All right, try it. All right, what's number 2?
Dumb and Dumber.
Never saw it. Don't care to see it. Dude. Not a huge Jim Carrey fan.
That's wild.
I feel like that movie would not. I think if I saw it, I would not like it.
See, I switched. This was originally my number 1, but I switched it with my number 2. Mm-hmm. It's the funniest movie ever made. I will stand by that statement. It's the funniest movie ever made.
I highly think I would disagree.
If you could don't question my credibility on that whole Trump felon thing earlier.
How could we not?
Question my credibility on this. Dumb and Dumber is the funniest movie ever made.
Man, I cannot imagine I would walk out of that thinking
that. And that's the crazy thing is like you take somebody like Jeff Daniels, like a very revered, serious actor, and he killed it in this. Like, who thought this dude could be funny?
I'm not an enormous Jim Carrey fan. I've never liked him that much.
Did you see The Truman Show?
I didn't like it.
You didn't like The Truman?
I did not like The Truman Show.
Well, you'll probably dislike this one, too.
I didn't like The Truman Show. I thought that was a big waste of time. I didn't like Mask. Is he in The Mask?
The Mask, yeah.
I couldn't stand it.
This is Jim Carrey at his best, which means nothing to you.
Well, I never saw Ace Ventura. I didn't see those.
I never saw those either.
Okay. What did I like him in? I liked him in Liar Liar, which I thought was pretty funny as a lawyer. I might see it, but I've gone a long time without seeing it, and most people tell me I wouldn't like it because they know me. Yeah. I don't like really lowbrow stuff. Is that really lowbrow?
It's the lowest of the lowbrow.
Then I'm not gonna like that.
It's extremely. It's
probably
why
I don't like Borat. I don't like that.
Maybe so. But Borat is redeeming. Like there's some fun. Yes. There's some smart comedy in there.
I don't know.
There's no. It's stupid, but that's what makes it fun.
I'm not gonna like it. I don't like stupid comedy. I never have been a fan of that.
You gotta live, man.
I don't like stupid comedy. I don't like cringy stuff either. That's another reason I don't like Borat. I don't like that. When I look at it and everybody's uncomfortable, I don't care for that.
This isn't cringy. It's just stupid.
I don't like stupid very much.
You should have taken an edible while your wife was out of town and watched Dumb and Dumber.
Well, that'd be the way I have to watch it.
It'll okay.
Number 2, I put Almost Famous, which I love.
Wonderful.
I love it.
Yes.
I'll call it a road trip movie because they're on the road.
Yes. I would consider that a road trip movie.
And I think it's fantastic. Yes. I think it's great on every level: music, comedy, drama, every bit.
One of the best needle drops in movies of all time with Tiny Dancer.
Yes. God, yes. Oh, Tiny Dancer, fantastic in that movie. All right, what's your best road trip movie?
Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
I haven't seen it, and I know I would hate it. I mean, isn't it stupid too?
Sure, I guess.
I haven't seen it. I can't
guess
comment.
It's stupid. Like it's just like as a guy when you're just hanging out at the house and you want something good to eat and you'll do whatever it takes to get it. It's just I don't know why it just resonates with me for so much.
Well, it resonates with you.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's fantastic. I'm
intrigued to watch both Harold and Kumar and Dumb and Dumber.
If you could do a double feature of those two, that would be a fantastic afternoon.
I am surprised that those are your top 2 because I just feel like I've not seen them though, so I really can't comment.
Harold, very progressive too. Harold Kumar, there's an Indian and a Korean who are the main characters of this big studio comedy, which never happened, especially like in 2004 when it came out.
Right.
You don't see that, and it's funny, it's lovable, it's a great movie. It's a great experience.
If you say so.
What would it take for you to watch Dumb and Dumber and Harold and Kumar?
I would watch them. I just every time I start to do stuff like that, I think, I'm not going to do it. I just always go back and watch stuff I've already seen. I'll watch a Law and Order or I'll watch Titanic. Although I did watch Snack Shack, which I loved.
Yeah, that was good.
I guess an extra day off, I would just do it.
These movies are better than Snack Shack.
Wow, both the top two.
Yeah,
better than Snack Shack.
There's
my favorite movie. You want to talk about progressive? 1991, Thelma and Louise. Fine, I'll take your barbs. Loved every second of it. Did you see it?
Never saw it.
Well, you watch Thelma and Louise, and I'll watch Harold and Kumar.
Is that a bet?
By next week, should we do that? Thelma and Louise is a phenomenal movie.
I'll watch Thelma and Louise and Vacation.
Well, no, you know what you should watch? Thelma and Louise, and Sideways. I mean, those are the ones you really...
yeah.
Sideways you'll love. And I'll watch Harold and Kumar and Dumb and Dumber. Boy, I know...
You're so lucky.
Boy.
You're so lucky you get to watch these for the first time. I'm so jealous of you right now.
I feel like I'm not going to like either one of those movies.
You probably, but you're going to get enriched. Your life is going to be a little bit better because you saw them.
It's very likely a week from now I will not have watched those movies. We should give ourselves a month.
A month?
A month. I just don't ever watch that kind of stuff. Dumb and Dumber and Harold and Kumar. All right.
Your boy's 18?
19. He's 19.
Has he ever seen any of those movies?
I don't think so.
I don't know if you need to watch it with your son.
He may have seen Dumb and Dumber. I thought about watching Snack Shack with my son.
You can watch Dumb and Dumber with your son. Harold Kumar gets a little raunchy.
It's more raunchy. Vacation's raunchy, believe me.
Okay.
I mean, there are lines in it. I don't even think you could put them in movies today, honestly. I'm not sure. Anyway, enjoy that.
I'm going to watch Thelma and Louise and Sideways by next week.
Well, I like this list because I think we had totally different movies on this. That's
for
good.
sure. Yeah.
I mean, anybody could enjoy that. Boy, it's a long one today, too. I think a lot of your Trump
stupid Trump commentary.
That took some time.
Yeah, I
today.
was off on that.
We had to unravel that.
I'm not a politic guy.
No. Remind me never to bring up politics again.
Yeah,
That's another square in the round. They may take our award away after this one.